I'm Sonia Madison, and welcome to Conscious Loopholes, where we use the law and internal consciousness to balance the sensationalism in news, government, sports, and entertainment. Tweet me at @cloopholes. Let me know what you think of some of the stories discussed today. Also, check out my blog, cloopholes.com, where I discuss other stories and provide an open forum for all of us to discuss our internal consciousness. Today's topics will be on Rihanna, Paris Jackson, and the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Starting with Rihanna, she had a contest for area schools or national schools to submit videos that would showcase her inspired giving back to the community. Barrington High School, a school in Chicago, won the contest, and in accordance with the contest advertisement, they were to receive a photo op and a meet and greet with Rihanna, given to certain students that the school deemed should be recognized for their community service efforts. Rihanna was scheduled to attend this past week, but was 4 hours late for her scheduled visit. Additionally, she only stayed for 10 to 15 minutes and then she left. Now, a lot of students were very upset. They went to social media talking about how rude and disrespectful it was for her to be so late. And also, one in particular was sitting outside the school holding up a sign stating that 90% of life is just showing up. We're talking to you, Rihanna. Now, Rihanna did go to social media to explain that she was stuck in traffic and was going to be a little bit later than she anticipated, but I still think it was rude for her to show up so late and then only stay for at most 15 minutes. I can only imagine a few people who even was still there after being there waiting for so long got a photo op, and even fewer were able to talk to the pop singer. But what do you guys think? Tweet me at @cloopholes. Do you give her a pass for at least going to social media and explaining her tardiness, or do you think that her actions were still disrespectful? Now, while you think about that, let's talk about Paris Jackson. The Michael Jackson's family is suing AEG Live, who is a concert promoter, for wrongful death related to Michael Jackson's death. Now, specifically, they're stating that the concert promoter, AEG, should have monitored the doctor's treatment of Michael Jackson, and they're also saying that they negligently hired the doctor. And as you recall, a couple of years ago, the doctor was convicted of involuntary manslaughter as it relates to Michael Jackson's death. Now, since then, Paris Jackson has had to testify, or at least be deposed, concerning the events leading up to her father's death. Prince Jackson has already testified, and they want to depose Blanket, but the doctor has stated that it would be medically detrimental for him to be deposed. Now, when I first read the story, the first thing I thought was the Jackson family is not healing or moving on from Michael Jackson's death. Additionally, I thought they're not holding Michael Jackson accountable for his ultimate demise. Now, I do think that if the concert promoter is in the wrong, I understand you want to go after the concert promoter and get damages or the like, but it also makes you less likely to hold yourself accountable for what Michael Jackson did as it relates to his death. Also, the family could have a little bit of accountability if they weren't there to monitor and make sure that Michael Jackson was receiving the best care. But what do you guys think? Tweet me at @cloopholes. Let me know what you think on that story. Finally, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, if you're an avid watcher like I am, you know Adrienne Malou's storyline has caused a lot of drama this season. If you don't know, Brenda Glanville, who is another housewife on the Beverly Hills franchise, said a secret about Adrienne Malou that Bravo censored. And it has been reported through social media sites and the blogs that the secret is that she had her kids via surrogate. But a lot of fans, as well as Bravo, was looking forward to Adrienne Malou coming onto the reunion and not only telling what the secret is, but also explaining why it hurt her so much and why she was so upset and distant after the secret was aired by Brandy. Unfortunately, Bravo has officially made an announcement that Adrienne Malou will not be at the reunion, which is scheduled to air on Monday. And it also sounded like they weren't too happy with the fact that she was going to be absent from it. Now, I want to show you guys a clip of Andy's official statement. But a lot of people have asked me, as an employment lawyer, is it right, or is it, in fact, Bravo can force someone to be at the reunion taping? Well, the reality is no employer can force an employee to work. It's the equivalent of slave labor. You can't force someone to actually physically be present. Now, what they can do, if in fact she was legally obligated via an agreement or a contract to be at the reunion special, they can sue her for damages. Now, I doubt that they will do that, given that it diminishes perception of reality television. If they do in fact sue her, they have to acknowledge that she's an employee and that they were paying her to be on the show. So we'll be saying that this was work instead of her just living her life and it happens to be in front of cameras. But now again, I want to show you guys a clip. I want you to see what Bravo has to say about her absence, and tweet me your thoughts on the statement. Thanks for listening to today's segment of Conscious Loopholes. Hope to see you guys right here again next Sunday at 7.